have received a remarkable letter from a West Ham fan. It's from Ron Day, who's in New Zealand. And Ron, I just want you to know that later on I'm going to be uploading a separate video, which is talking directly to you, mate. It's an amazing thing. We've been doing Hammers Chat since 2014, and this is the most, I think, has to be the most remarkable thing I've ever received from anybody, really, in that time. So, yeah, I mean, everybody can watch it, but I just wanted to address you directly, Ron. I didn't want you to miss it, just in case you had 2 notifications to your phone today. This video, of course, is about the West Ham news and gossip, which we're trying to churn out on an almost daily basis. And I guess the West Ham news and gossip wouldn't be the West Ham news and gossip without announcing which particular national or international day it is. Some things get a week, by the way. Some things get a week, some things get a national day, some things get an international day. Yesterday was, what was it? Almonds Day. National Almonds Day. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I'm having to use my glasses for this. Today is Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day. It's very particular, isn't it? It's very, very specific. You know, I don't know how. Girl meet lathe, lathe meet girl. Oh, have you met the suspension bridge? You'll just die for the hot press riveting on that. I don't know why you would have to introduce a girl to engineering on a day like today. I'm guessing if the girl has got an interest in engineering, she probably would have done it some other day rather than just today. But who am I to argue? Anyway, on to the West Ham news. Let's get with the sort of unofficial, official announcement from the club. In fact, there are 2 really today. Firstly, we ain't selling Declan Rice, Thomas Souček and Jarrod Bowen. That's what they're saying. They're saying they're all on long-term deals. We discussed briefly yesterday that they were going to look to try and give Jarrod Bowen a new deal. We've discussed all the other stuff. Really, the only one we haven't touched on massively in terms of contractual terms is Thomas Souček, and, well, apparently we're looking to offer him a new contract anyway. I would think probably more important than offering him a new contract is get his position sorted out, so we can get back into scoring terms, into scoring form. Myself and Gio discussed him at length in our Patreon video, which was we're doing sort of a tier list and ranking each player in terms of their transfer value. And we had a good old chat about Thomas Souček just yesterday when we recorded that. Because I think Souček's value or Souček's desire to sign a new contract is going to be based on whether he's this year's Souček or last year's Souček. And he's clearly last year's Souček gets a bigger pay packet than this year's one, right? And obviously he's going to want to be that rampaging goal-scoring midfielder. I doubt he sees himself as a defensive midfielder. There you go. That's what I think on that. The other thing, before we get to the transfer stories themselves, is says West Ham to show greater caution on new deals. They highlight Winston Reid, and the Winston Reid story is one that we all know. He was a fantastic player, been a brilliant player, scored that iconic goal against Manchester United at Upton Park, and he just before that, his form was so good during that last season, wasn't it? He got a 6-year deal, and he got injured. He didn't really feature for us again, did he? So it was seen as money lost. Now, the only thing I would argue against here, so basically it goes on to say that our top players will get long-term deals, but we don't want to find ourselves in a Winston Reid situation. They also quote Martha Masuaku, but I see the 2 things as being really, really different. I think Winston Reid, that was just unlucky. He was our top player. He was one of the very top players for West Ham. And so he gave him a 6-year deal. All right, maybe it should have been a 5-year deal, but he needed and deserved a long-term deal because at that time, Winston Reid could have gone and played for anybody, Manchester United, anyone at all. Arthur Masuaku probably didn't need the 5-year deal or whatever it was that we gave him. He was never at Winston Reid's level, so I think the 2 are separate. And I think when the club are saying we're only going to give contracts to our top players, well, I think Winston Reid was the top player. I think where it sort of falls down a little bit, things like Yarmolenko, the Jack Wilshere one, I feel was far more avoidable than the Winston Reid one. Anyway, that's that. But it would be good that if they were a little bit more careful with their money. I think in terms of just I don't want to be too careful in terms of buying players and signing players up to new contracts because there's a lot of players out of contract, a lot of players leaving in the summer, and we've got to be very careful that we don't lose players faster than we can recruit them, because we recruit them quite slowly, don't we? So that's all I would say. We need to recruit and retain at a better rate than we lose. We will see. The proof of the pudding. We've got a small squad this season. By the start of next season, the proof of the pudding will be in the tasting, because we need to... Oh, think about that. When's National Pie Day? Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? That's a good one, by the way. Anyway, a few stories in the old One Football app. Oh, here we go. Segue into that. I almost forgot again. This video is sponsored by the One Football app. You can download the One Football app by clicking the link below, down there, right down there. Download it to your phone, to your mobile device. Use the QR code if you can figure it out. And what it does, puts all the West Ham news into one place for you. Don't go searching for it. Don't worry about newspapers. Don't worry about searching all these different generic websites that cover all Premier League football. It takes all those Premier League sites, just takes West Ham stories. Bing! I don't think it does a ping. Depends on what alert you've got on your phone, and it sends them straight to your phone. Best of all, it's free. That's the One Football app. Now, we've been linked with a player of a really good name. A really good name. By the way, Manchester United want Jared Bowen as well. We'll deal with that another time. They've got enough wide players, I think. Never mind about all that. What about this one? Actually, no, we will deal with that. We'll do that. They just signed Jadon Sancho. Man United can't afford to buy Declan Rice and Jared Bowen, which is what they're saying. I mean, realistically, have they got the 180 million or whatever that would cost? Well, they might have. But they've just bought Jadon Sancho. They've got Dubry Watsit there, Rashford, he's a bloody good wide player. It's not really what they need. I hope not, anyway. I really, really hope not. But I don't think they can afford it. Manchester United can't afford to buy Jared Bowen and Declan Rice. It's as simple as that. You heard it here first. It's a no. Anyway, someone we have been linked with. What about this guy? Oh, no, his first name's... his surname, let's just go with his surname, Dragowski. Dragowski. Wonderful, wonderful. According to Italian media outlet, can't pronounce that either, he's having continued talks with AFC Fiorentina regarding the extension of his current contract, but it's set to expire in 2023. 24-year-old goalkeeper, and he's called Dragowski. It suggests that we're sending Areola back. We know this. If Moyes fancied Areola, he would have featured in the team anyway. I like that. I like the sound. He's got a big beard. He's got a really impressive beard. He's got an impressive name. He's a good age. And what's not to like? I like it, but you'd always have to pronounce it Dragowski. I don't even know where he's from. Is he from Russia? I've given it a bit of the old... No, he must be... He can't be. He must be Polish with a ski at the end. Don't know. Doesn't say. I'm just reading off a page. Don't shoot the messenger. Probably should know. No. Don't know. I'm going with Polish. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Now, somebody else with another decent name who we've been linked with is Rasmus Kristensen. It's a good name. Now, apparently every German club is after this guy. From Bayern Munich. And unlike yesterday, Crystal Palace, Wolves and Leeds aren't interested in him. He's a right back. We would be having to try and get him. He's in the Bundesliga at the moment. Who's after him? Hertha Berlin, Borussia Dortmund, Roma. They're not in the Bundesliga. Wolfsburg. And he plays for RB Salzburg, by the way. Again, 24 years of age. So clearly we're looking at the 24-year-olds. I don't think we need a right back. We don't need a right back. And because, look, Soufal's form is crap. Let's be honest with each other. Soufal's form is crap, but Soufal ain't a crap player. I have every faith that he will become good again. Ben Johnson plays really well, and whenever he plays there, I think Ryan Fredericks is off ski. There's no relation to Dragowski. He's going, but we've got Harrison Ashby, who's a hell of a prospect. So I just don't think we need to buy a right back. The other side is more of an issue and probably more of a pressing concern. So, I don't think so. Oh, talking about goalkeepers as well, Jimmy Walker's back. Not as goalkeeper, by the way. We've not signed him. You know what we thought? We thought David Martin and Darren Randolph weren't old enough. We needed someone a little bit more experienced, so we signed Jimmy Walker. I joke. No, I don't. We have signed him, but not as a player, as a coach. He signed as a coach, goalkeeping coach. Why not? Bundles of character, bundles of personality, the type of guy you absolutely want just in and around the training grounds. I mean, this is good. You cannot have enough character and enough personality to well, in your place of work, basically. So, good for him, good for us. I'm pleased with that. That's about us done, unless you want me to talk to you about Lewis O'Brien again. We discussed him yesterday. We don't need to. But do keep an eye out later on. Fascinating West Ham story from Ron. And I want to show you a couple of things as... No, nothing saucy. I want to show you a couple of things as well. Anyway, right, that's it for me. I'll catch you later.